Hello everyone. So welcome back to another stream. Hopefully this one won't be laggy this time. So the previous time I showed this off, I was trying to work out some issues and also trying to show off some of the new tech behind it. We're up to 3.8 now, I think. I actually need to write that on the wall. But 3.8 here just allows us to fix up a couple of problems with the AI and gives us better AI overall. So what are we looking at in this build? Improved AI and me trying to go over the tech behind everything again. So that's a load of the code there at the moment for just controlling the AI here. So what I tried to do last time is go over how the AI worked and generally just like the little details behind it, the new things. So now we have, since the previous times, we've got the simulated randomness where we change the clothing and the weapons and the animations of the enemy here. So we've got a different set of clothes here. Unfortunately, the camera's in the way, but if the camera wasn't in the way, you'd see probably as a different face mask. We got different clothes again. Sometimes it's just like different variations of the shoes. There's about 8 or 9 of each. We've got a crowbar here. The more metal the item is, the more I've actually tried to use Unreal Engine shaders for it to make it look just a little bit nicer. So it actually looks a little bit more metallic and reflective. Then we've got standard one again. Different crowbar with different hoodie, different pants, different shoes, different mask. Here we've got another one. He's got a cleaver. I do like the way the cleaver looks here. It's pretty cool. I need to implement the other knives and things. But again, he's got a different outfit on. So if we keep doing this, we'll just keep going around. That is a crowbar that's inspired by Corridor Digital, or I think it's Node's VR game that they did, Boneworks. It was based off Half-Life. I just kind of looked at the crowbar and went, okay, I'll do a reference to that. So we've got that in here. They got another crowbar. I'm waiting for somebody to spawn here that's got like a sledgehammer or something. There we go. We got a baseball bat. A blue metal baseball bat here. Which looks pretty nice. It's a little bit awkward when it's random because you never know what you're going to get. Based on what you've actually put in the randomized system. We got like a military style hoodie here and another different crowbar. There's the cleaver again. I'm trying to get the sledgehammer. Because the sledgehammer hasn't come up yet. Oh, there it is. There it is. You get a guy with a sledgehammer, or one of the sledgehammers. But you'll notice the animations change each time, which is really cool. Some of the animations are pretty crazy, pretty drastic, but they convey the sense of speed and aggressiveness of some of the characters. So these are going to be walking around in the level now. I really like looking at them when they're in the level. But the thing that I had a problem with was the characters looking around and being able to see. With AI perception, it was kind of weird, and I had some really weird issue where what would happen was they'd walk around, but they wouldn't be able to see me properly, or they'd only be able to see me from behind for some weird reason. And sometimes they'd just walk backwards, or they'd moonwalk. I think I've done another video of that, where I open this door here and you just see this character moonwalking backwards. And that wasn't good. That really wasn't good. So what we fixed now is we fixed the rotation in the same way that they move, so that the characters will move in the same and rotate in the same direction. And then I had to go one step further. I had to look up a little thing, a little fix for the character AI perception, because the way that it works is it creates like a circle around your character that they can then detect things in, and then they've got their own vision cone. But what was happening was that vision cone wasn't rotating with my character for some weird reason. I don't think Unreal Engine supports it right now still. So what was happening was my character could see behind it wherever it was. So I was trying to sneak up on it and it's immediately just, detecting me. So now going into code, like actual code, not Blueprint, just C++, extending the base character and adding a little bit of code in that people nicely distributed on the Unreal Engine's forums. Now the character actually has vision that points towards the front of him. So if we click play now and watch him walk around, they're randomly spawned in. There'll be another guy when I go near the door that spawns in. But most importantly for me here, if I put debug on and then hit 0 and 4 for perception, what we then start to see is this circle that's appearing, the wireframe circle, is where the AI can see up to, and the purple is sort of the fall off point. But especially in this camera here, you can see these little wires in a sphere that come out from the front of him. That's basically where you can see, and it rotates with him as he moves now. So I'm really happy that that's a thing. Like wherever his head's pointing, that'll go. Let's see where he's up to here. He's just making his way into the main room again. As you can see, it's slowly tracking everything. So I need to tweak that a little bit so I can kind of get a feel for how far I should let him see. It's going to be something that I keep probably tweaking throughout testing. But now if we spawn another guy in here, take off debug. Now we can go have a look around and we should be able to sneak up on him. This guy has what looks like a meat cleaver. Let's just check. No, I was wrong about that. Oh, and the other guy down the other end of the room is... He's pretty close. He might end up seeing me here. The AI also navigates around each other pretty well now, which I'm really enjoying. Let's go see what this guy's got. I don't know what any of them have got here, so it could be that he has a sledgehammer. Oh no, he's got a knife. You can see him running at me there. Pretty crazy. So we'll try and evade him here. Moves around the door and oh god, no, I can't get away from him. Oh, there we go, he got me. Game over. So the idea is that once I've got the game over, we're going to include a proper game over screen similar to Resident Evil, so we get like a shot of the guys beating you up or whatever. But yeah, some of the animations are pretty crazy. Well, let's see if I've got the animation window here. So we've got the character. We can open up the character skeleton, the basic enemy mesh, and then just go here and show off a couple of the little things for the character. So in the default window here, with the animations, we got the standard speed for the character here. This is just the blend space, so between animations, we got walking. And then I need to pick up the blend space so he's not dancing on his tiptoes there, because it looks kind of weird. Might need to put the run a little bit further over here, but then we've got a full-on sprint. And that's the one that's supposed to be with the cleaver here, so what we're actually supposed to be previewing is this guy with the cleaver just running straight at us. That's animated at, I think, 20 or 24 frames per second. But yeah, he's got a nice swing in his shoulders, and he's got a nice speed increase when he runs at you. That's pretty cool. Then, for the other animations, we've got enemy with a bat. So if we change this over to the bat enemy, the idea is that he's supposed to be looking around and getting ready to beat you up with a baseball bat. And then when he's running, he kind of does the same thing, but doesn't lean into it as much. And then when he's walking around, he just walks around normally. As you can see, this is one of the variants with the different pants, the different shoes, and the different face mask. Some slight smoothing issues, but it's pretty cool. Then I've done the cleaver stuff, so we've got the crowbar. The crowbar idle is pretty neat. If we select the crowbar enemy mesh here, what we have is this nice swing that he's got in his hand. Just backwards and forwards while he's idle. He's just chilling out, you know. His other arm kind of just hangs there and moves just a tiny bit, but then with the run animation is just a little bit similar to some of the other ones, but it's got a little bit more lean because of the weight of the crowbar. It's not too bad. And then for the walk, he's got that swing in his arm a little bit, which I actually like. So it's kind of subtle, but it's there. And then of course we've got the sledgehammer guy. Let's change over here. Enemy sledgehammer. So sledgehammer guy looks around intimidating like this. With the idle animation, if I can just... There we go. Sledge run, this is when he's running at you. Runs like a madman with it up in the air. Swinging it around like crazy. And then the walking animation, he holds it over his shoulder to balance the weight out, which I actually really like. I think, if I remember rightly, looking from behind at his shoulders, he rests it pretty nicely. He's leaning a little bit to this side. It's subtle, but it's there. But yeah, that's what he looks like when he's walking around with that hoisted over his shoulder. I'm really enjoying importing all this in and getting it working so far. It's been real fun. I really enjoy this, and hopefully now I can start working on the rest of the title. Like I said, it's going to be a case of tweaking the AI, just tiny bits here and there. But now I've got to add hearing to the AI again, so it can hear, and add that code back in so we can start distracting it with throwing objects. I've got to tweak some of the ways that the inventory works. But I think we're pretty much on the art assets as well now for the environment. So we're going to start slowly fleshing out the actual proper environment stuff and getting that ready. And then hopefully in the future I should be showing off the proper level and some more finished content. So, hope you guys have enjoyed, and until next time, bye!